I'm going to tell you a story about the house that I grew up in. I'm going to tell you just like I tell everybody else. See, in the early 90s, my family bought an old farmhouse just outside the town of New Carlisle, Ohio. Now, my parents, they were the type of people that like to buy homes, spend about 2 years fixing them up, and then sell them for more than what they paid for them. And to be honest with you, I don't think this place was supposed to be any different. The previous owner was a widower. His wife had died. In fact, she had died in the house, and he had pretty much given up. He let everything go. He let the house go. He let the property go. And upon moving in, we were surprised to find animal carcasses strewn about all over the property. Horses, goats, all the animals you expect to find on an old farm. And after so long, we would, experience all the things you expect to experience in an old farmhouse that you could pretty much just chalk up to it being old and settling. But after some time, we'd experience other things. Strange noises, footsteps, doors slamming. And my brother said he saw somebody walk from our parents' room into the closet, which is impossible because the closet is filled with shelves, which made it even more terrifying to me. See, my he's roughly about 10 years older than I am, and at the time he was in high school while I was in elementary school, but we shared a room, bunk beds in fact, and the bunk beds themselves, they sat across from the door to the room, and at night we would keep the hall light on because, let's be honest with you, we were both terrified. Up until this point, I had never really experienced anything outside of just weird noises. But this night was different. I was woken up out of a dead sleep, and my natural reaction, of course, would be to stare at the open door and stare towards the light. And as I did that, I couldn't help but notice that there was a tall, dark figure standing directly next to the door. And the longer that I looked at it and how tall it was, and it was just so black, I started to do what any kid would do, and I freaked out. I immediately jumped up out of bed and started trying to wake my brother up on the top bunk, but no matter how much I shook him, no matter how much that I yelled for him, he would not wake up. And the more that I would turn around and look and the figure would not move, I was terrified even more. And I did what any kid would do. I jumped under my covers, I covered up my head, and I shook until I fell asleep. I'm 33 years old, and this experience has stuck with me my entire life. And I wish I could say it was the last weird thing I saw there, but unfortunately it's not.